morning, fellow YouTubers. Good morning. So this is going to be a very quick video. Basically just giving everybody a run through on patch 1.6 and quick go over to what ballparks I'm currently working on and what I'll be doing for the near future. Okay. Preakness will be coming up this Saturday, so I probably won't be on here. I'll probably be on later tonight to focus on some ballpark building. So, if you guys thought that we would have a lustrous patch update, if you guys thought that we would have a update that would make this game a little bit better, I mean, depending upon what mode you play, it satisfied some needs. But we here in the stadium building community know that we will be neglected again. So here we go. Trying to find the patch notes here, courtesy of Operation Sports. Okay, so I'm going to read this off. I'm going to talk about it for a couple of minutes and then move on with the rest of the day because I got to get breakfast too. I'm a little hungry. All right, MLB The Show patch not patch 1922. Why? I said patch. It's ridiculous. Here we go. MLB. Wow, this article calls it MLB The Present 22. Great journalism, guys. Anyways, here we go. Just in time, holiday co-arrive now. Okay, here we go. Normal gameplay. Hitters could have barely, much less foul. Oh wow, dude, this article is terrible. Who wrote this? Techie Insight _ E6 HERC. Wow, dude. Not trying to blow your spot up, but that article's terrible. It's horribly written. It's not organized. There's no structure. The syntax is messed up and everything. Anyways. But I should have had all this prepared before I got online, but whatever. I don't get paid on YouTube, so I could care less. It's unprofessional, it's unorganized. I basically do videos like the way people used to do videos back in like 2006, 2007 YouTube anyway, so if you guys stick around and you guys actually do enjoy the content, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. Okay, here we go. So, MLB The Show 22 basically touched on 1, 3, 4, and that's it. 4 modes. Everything else gets neglected. Shocker, it's Stadium Creator that once again gets tossed to the wayside. So I'm just read this off of the patch notes. So you have general gameplay. Hitters will have slightly less foul ball coverage, resulting in more swing and misses. Fixed a freeze that would occur on foul tips that bounce near the catcher. Users are now limited to pressing R2 to view pitch types once per pitch for up to 3 seconds. Wind has been turned off in online rated games. Really? Wind is a part of baseball. You know when you go on that MLB The Show 22 subreddit, you know, the subreddit that now is only dedicated to Diamond Dynasty and nothing else. You can't even post anything that's like, you post stadiums and stuff and show it off. Like, they will delete your thread and say post to MLB The Show stadiums. MLB The Show 22 is the full game. If you post about franchise mode, it's in a game. If you post about Road to the Show, it's in the game. If you post about creating a stadium, it's in the game. All that factors in. So why in the world would you delete stuff that has something to do with the game? Makes no sense. Which is why I left that subreddit. Because basically that subreddit has become an anti-stadium community now. And the only thing they talk about in there is glitches that no one's going to fix and Diamond Dynasty. So people wake up and realize like all your complaints and stuff that will never get seen gets pushed to like the dugout and all this type of stuff. You just move on. You're better off just going on Operation Sports and voicing your concerns or reporting it. MLB The Show stadium community on Reddit is a good subreddit, but it doesn't have the same type of traction that MLB The Show subreddit does. So they know what they're doing. I've ran into a lot of ire and negativity on that subreddit from people who, for some reason, have no problem with Stadium Creator being crappy. They could care less. All they care about is their baseball cards and their Diamond Dynasty mode. That's it. Don't care about nothing else. If the people on the subreddit would get a game called MLB The Show 22 Diamond Dynasty exclusive, they would just play that and care about nothing else. And that's fine. But you're ostracizing like a whole community of people because you don't care about it. Okay, well, people don't care about Diamond Dynasty. So there you go. What's the problem? Anyways, fix an issue that would cause the can't pitch icon to become stuck on the screen. Okay. On balls hit in the air where runners stop to see if it's landing or getting caught. Instead of going back to the previous base, runners will advance one base when the ball is clearly not going to be caught by the outfielder. Adjustments made to gesture timing for splitters and sinkers when using pinpoint pitching. Splitters now have a more lenient criteria for perfect pitches, while sinkers now have a less lenient criteria for perfect pitches. And now we go to the mode that MLB The Show is now known for, and is solely known for, Diamond Dynasty. Fixed an issue which allowed a pitcher to get into a position slot in the lineup. There you go. Okay. All right, so what do we have next here? Mini seasons. It's a bug where... Wow, that's annoying. That was really annoying. I don't know what that was. Mini seasons. Fix a bug that would cause the away team to wear home uniforms. Co-op. Improvements made to game stability. Fix an issue that would cause a substitution prompt to display for the incorrect user. Ball player. If a user changes from a two-way to a one-way player, the correct archetype now will be available in the loadout screen. Any missing archetypes prior to this update should now display correctly. Franchise in March to October. Minor improvements made to two-way player logic. So that's it. On this date of May 20th, 2022, this is the patch for 1.06. And 1.06 did just as much as patch 1.05 did for Stadium Creator, which is nothing. So now you have another patch where Stadium Creator a mode in which they put into this game has been neglected and has not been paid attention to. I have sent a inquiry to MLB The Show about stadiums that glitch. Tiger Stadium almost glitched. Actually, when it went full 100%, it went straight to a generic ballpark. So I had to find a way to get it to. What's it called? I had to get it to 99% in order for it to work the way it needed to work. All right. Haven't heard back from them since. And I'm thinking the reason why I probably didn't hear back from them is probably because it's not Diamond Dynasty related. So, it's not Diamond Dynasty related, you ain't hearing nothing. That's just the case, man. So, well, there you go. That's your patch notes. Those are your patch notes. It touches co-op, mini-season, March to October, Diamond Dynasty, and ball players and gameplay techniques. So all of these patch notes tell me is that this version, unlike any other version before, is probably one of the most buggiest and most glitchiest games, sports games I've seen since Madden. Stadium mode, stadium builder, for all intents and purposes, has been neglected once again. Another game, another year, another season, it has been neglected again. You get your bare necessities, you get about 2 or 3 patches. The game mode is still shaky. You go over 94%, you go over 100%. Your stadium still disappears. Stadium selector mode still freezes. When you go into the vault and you're trying to select a stadium, it freezes on you. Again, very little assets to use in this game. Cosmetically, it's missing state flags. Cosmetically, you can't exchange bullpens. You can't put your bullpen in, let's say, this location or this location per se. So this is what you're facing. This is the problems that you got now, and they're not being addressed. I don't know what to say. It's excuse me, I got allergies and stuff, but it's much like as it always was. The modes that don't bring people money, they get neglected. And you go to MLB The Show subreddit, the main subreddit, same exact thing. They don't bring money, so they neglect it. I don't know how to feel as a consumer about that. I think it's kind of gross, to be honest with you, in my honest opinion, because you have people who are working and they're trying to provide and trying to build good content for people who A, can't build these ballparks, and B, wanted to play in these ballparks. And now you have an issue where you literally have a gaming company just basically neglecting their game. But it's okay because guess what? They got baseball cards. Baseball cards are now in. So now you're good to go with that. It's just sickening. Fix your game. It's the same thing I've always said. Fix your game. It needs to be fixed. That's it. It just needs to be fixed. The game mode's neglected once again. So this patch doesn't fix anything major. Doesn't fix anything for the stadium mode, but what are you going to do about it? It is what it is. So, but that's it. With patch 1.06, I'm just bummed. You would think that SDS would notice oh man, after our 5th patch, ballparks are still disappearing. Or, wow, this thing's frozen. Wow, there's no state flags in this thing. It's missing. Wow, I can't move the bullpen. I can't customize my bullpen. Really, dude? You guys create a whole patch and not have Stadium Builder in it? Stadium Creator? Like, why does, like, my biggest question to anybody who opposes Stadium Creator, like, what is your beef with Stadium Creator? Like, why do you hate Stadium Creator? I remember going on subreddit and I had this dude, like, tell me, it's good that the mode doesn't work. It's like, I don't understand that mentality. It's good that the mode doesn't work. So you're okay with a mode in a game that's glitchy. You do understand that, like, if that mode is glitchy and is neglected, your stuff will be glitchy and neglected too. But people don't think like that. It's a crazy world, man. Crazy world. I don't get it. I don't get it. But, you know, to the people who watch this, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support in the stadium stuff going on. I would say keep sending inquiries, guys. Keep sending tickets if you are running into glitches with this thing. Keep hounding SDS to help fix their game that they charged $80-some for and is a broken product and constantly needs to be fixed time and time again. They're getting just as bad as Madden. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. And, you know, it's terrible to say, but, you know, it's the truth. They're getting just as bad as Madden. Madden does the same exact thing. They release a game, and then, like, you get, like, 7 to 8 patches throughout the season to make the game finally be what it should be when it starts out. So, that's that. It's very disappointing. 1.06 does not touch anything in Stadium Creator. So you still have issues where the game basically has your stadium go MIA. Alright, so off of that per se, I'm going to give a brief update to what I'm working on, what I have worked on throughout this week and wrapped up on. Tiger Stadium is now complete. Excuse me. Let's see if this is the ballpark that I saved, because I saved so many versions. Because you get paranoid. You can't. Okay, this is the wrong version. You get paranoid. Because you think like your stadium's gonna disappear. Alright, so this ain't it. We're doing this in real time, guys. We're doing it live. This definitely ain't it. This ain't it. Alright, maybe it's not on here. My stadiums. Oh my God. Tell you one thing, they keep working. They keep Dynamite Dynasty working. They keep that baby running on all cylinders. They keep that thing running on all cylinders. It is well-oiled machine. Everything else basically falling apart at the hinges. Franchise mode is stale. Stadium Creator is going to be stale. Okay, so this is a bonus hour after this patch read. I just want to go over a ballpark that I have built and is now available for Diamond Dynasty. That famous mode that everybody loves so much, and for offline play. So, without any further ado, Here we go. So this week I completed Tiger Stadium, as you can see here, built in 1912 in Detroit. This is a famous ground that has been home to a lot of ballparks. I forget the names of them, but in the near future I probably will be coming back here to revisit this, to build past models, previous versions, because there is a version out there which has a green interior, unlike the famous blue interior, which I think was painted that way after the 1977 season. Somebody could correct me. So, as I said earlier this week when I do my streams, I give the same amount of love and care and attention to a ballpark that I would Memorial Stadium. Memorial Stadium is the staple. It is the starting off point that I would do with a stadium builder mode. And so I do it to Tiger Stadium. So your outside environment is probably going to be a little barren. But to be fair, the outside is going to be a little barren because, well, you're not going to be viewing it anyway. But for an artistic point of view and an artistic perspective, the artist is going to know what's there. The viewer's not going to. And if you are passionate about your ballpark and passionate about which ballpark you're playing in, you're going to notice what's there too. I believe psychologically, I can't prove this, but I believe psychologically it authenticates your experience a little bit further when you realize that. So without further ado, here's Tiger Stadium. This is the modern version. This is the version where basically it's probably like up until 1999 when it closed. So I have tried my best to replicate this as best as possible for the exterior. I couldn't get it to 100%, much like I said before. When you get to 100%, it converts into a generic ballpark. So patch 1.05 did nothing. All right, here we go. So one of the things in which I included on the outside, which I felt that was very important, was the tower. This tower has a tunnel that goes to, or a skywalk, I believe, that goes to the upper deck. One of the things that is noticed on Tiger Stadium is the signage. Tiger Stadium was on the roof in its exact location. So this right here is home plate. It's kind of off to the side. It does light up at night if you play a night game and you look out there. So I included this little detail. Let's go inside the ballpark. So this is version 2.0. And the difference between version 2.0 and version 1.0 is the upper deck seating. I managed to pull off a lot of cosmetics to make this upper deck come out and stand up at the top. Now, the white area, which is so famously known in Tiger Stadium, which I think was like club or press boxes. No, I think press box was down there. So this is club level. So the club levels and stuff is still there. If anyone can educate me on Tiger Stadium, obviously I know more about Memorial Stadium than I do Tiger Stadium, but I do quick research to try and make the most authentic ballpark possible. So this was included. I took out all the marble, I took out all the other stuff, and I just put this outdoor deck eating. It was an idea that courtesy of Blue and Gold 034 did for his Tiger Stadium. So that's been included. Numbers have been added. Obviously, this is the version of Tiger Stadium that closed in 1999. So much like Memorial Stadium, I have a definitive version. This is a definitive version of Tiger Stadium here. So I have all the retired numbers, and unfortunately, no other signage has numbers except for the one that has been extracted from Nationals Park. So you probably won't see nothing new anyway in a patch anyway, so it's disappointing. But anyways, so this right here, don't have championship banners, but this was as close as you could. Now, I am thinking about making another version. Actually, I'm not thinking about, I'm going to making another version where these banners hang low. But in a 1999 version of Tiger Stadium, or I would say anything to 1999, has the banners properly placed on this here. So I tried to do this with the most utmost respect and care to not only the ballpark, but the players who played in the ballpark. So I didn't want to make it tacky. I know all these gimmicks and stuff they got in this game makes the ballparks look tacky. But I have tried my best to instill the most authentic way of respect for these players, as well as the numbers on here as well. There is no way around making a thin blue for this, so had to take video boards and do that. So that's weird. I don't know why that disappeared. That is weird. Okay. That is really weird. So I have all the pillars and stuff organized as best as possible. They're going to look a little off, but when you're from home plate, you're probably not even going to notice that, to be honest with you. So a lot of work has gone into this to try and replicate it, make it the most authentic experience possible for you. I've added the press box here. So you have, some people in there just to give it a little bit of life. On this side, utility. So we have that in here as well. I can't touch anything else until they fix this game, until they patch it. But this is Tiger Stadium. I have made a tall flagpole, and what was used for that was the eyes, which I learned from a different YouTuber watching their videos. I was so stuck. I was like, where in the world did they get this blue pole from? But this is what they have, and it helped tremendously, because there's no other way to make it like that. Unfortunately, you can't get rid of the batter's eye. I don't even know why it's a staple in this game. It's just dumb. There's so many ballparks that don't have batter's eyes. At least your old ballparks don't have them. And it ruins the integrity of the ballpark you want to create. And they should at least give you... This is my scenario to them. Okay? This is my offer. If you are building an offline ballpark, you should have the option to not have the batter's eye. If you guys want to hear my idea, if you care. Your offline ballparks should have the option to not have the batter's eye. Because if you're playing offline, you're not playing for competition. Now, if you want to play a Diamond Dynasty version, the Diamond Dynasty version of the ballpark should have the batter's eye. Okay? It's arguably, it shouldn't even have that either, but whatever. Because these options are, it's just lunatic. Like, look at what this does to Tiger Stadium. Like, look at what this does. It kills it. So, no matter how authentic you make this ballpark, you got to deal with this ugly thing right here in the middle. So, anyways, I went into extensive work with the outside to try and replicate it. I mean, obviously, this took a lot of resources to do, but, you know, Tiger Stadium is now complete. I'm going to show it at night mode. Actually, ballpark looks pretty beautiful at night. As you see here, the LEDs for Tiger Stadium comes on. In real life, that was blue, but, you know, nonetheless. So let's see here. I actually played a game with this ballpark. So nighttime, everything looks on point. You know, if you're in the outfield, you can actually see Tiger Stadium outside the signage. And so, yeah, this is what I was working on. Diamond Dynasty version has been updated and is now uploaded to the vault. I will be coming back with historical versions like I did for Memorial Stadium soon. But But my future stadiums in which I'm working on, I am still working on John B. Schulerholz Park, which is for Towson, Kaminsky Park for the White Sox, Veterans Stadium, as you guys saw earlier, I'm working on right now for the Philadelphia Phillies. I will be working on the Bowie Bay Sox ballpark. I will be working on Norfolk ballpark. I will be working on the Baltimore Stadium ballpark series as time goes on. I have a lot of stuff planned for that. And unfortunately, I would be more further ahead if SDS would patch their game and stop glitching and messing up ballparks. But you guys who are in the stadium community, you've got to start voicing your concerns to them. You got to start sending in inquiry tickets. If you can call them, whatever you got to do it. Because it can't continue like this. And the only reason why, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, the only reason why Diamond Dynasty gets the attention it gets is because Diamond Dynasty has a high involvement from its players, and that's it. And if you want to have that attention given to you, you got to start voicing it. That's it. Nothing else to it. So this has been a brief run through. Unfortunately, my opinions come through on how I feel about this patch. I think this patch was a waste. There is so much stuff that needs to be fixed in this game. There's so many things that need to be added in this game, and they don't touch it. I refuse to care about any baseball cards in this game until they can't fix this game. And I hope you guys in the stadium building community will do it too. We also need to get out of the MLB The Show 22 subreddit and start going to MLB The Show Stadiums subreddit, because everything is red tape in that subreddit. Everything has been neglected. They don't care about you having a voice if you're not a part of Diamond Dynasty or anything else like that. So it's time to start taking our resources to places where people who care. And from my experience, the MLB The Show subreddit is that spot. So, all right. Y'all stay safe. Y'all have a good weekend. Take care. If you guys are going out, make the best of it. If you guys are going out with somebody, make the most of it. And hopefully make the most of it for you. Be kind to one another. Be good. Be honest. Be truthful. Be yourself. I'll catch you guys when I catch you.